Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to be sharing this video with you guys. It is a totally new kind of video for me, one that I have never done before. My dear friend Nicole Fisher, who you guys might have seen the swap we did together, I will link those videos down below, and also I think that they're here. They might be here. I don't remember. I'll link it one or the other. So you guys can check that out, and I will link her channel down below. But she tagged me in the 40 beauty questions tag. I had filmed this video once before and it ended up being like 45 minutes long after editing, so I said that's a no-go. I'm gonna have to do it again and condense my answers a little bit. So I am doing that tonight. If you see me look down at all, it's because I have all of the questions written out in like one of my old school notebooks. Before I get into answering these questions, I am going to tag a friend myself to do this challenge. Now, Nicole tagged me and 3 other girls on her channel. I am only going to tag one person, and that one person is MEAGAN WESTBERRY. She is one of my subscribers, and her and I were kind of messaging back and forth through my comments for a little while, and then one day she told me that I had inspired her to start her very own YouTube channel, which I was so excited for. She only has 3 videos up so far, but they are really, really good. She's adorable, and she seems really knowledgeable about all the products she's talking about, so I will also link her channel down below. And Megan, I hope that I see you do this tag after you check out this video. So let's get into it. There are 40 questions here. I don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep on blabbing about nothing. So the first 10 questions are about skincare. Question 1 says, how many times do you wash your face daily? I tend to wash my face twice, or I try to wash my face twice, once in the morning and kind of once at night to get all my makeup off. But to be honest, I do not have the most strict skincare regime. You can probably see I've got some breakout and stuff going on. I'm really bad when it comes to my skincare. I think it's one of those things where I've been really, really lucky to get away with, you know, pretty manageable skin all through my teen years and into my adult years. I only get breakouts every once in a while, and I've been neglecting taking care of it. It's one of those things that's going to catch up with me one day, and I should be proactive about it, but I'm not. So, like I said, twice a day. Sometimes I count like washing my face in the shower as one wash. A lot of times too, because I do work late hours, I get home and all I want to do is go to bed, and taking off my makeup just seems like too big of a task. So a lot of times I do that too. Like I said, I'm really, really bad about it, but I try to wash my face twice a day. Question 2, what skin type do you have? I've mentioned this I think once or twice before on my channel. I do have fairly dry skin. There was one occasion where I was at MAC and one of the girls there was using me as her model for her runway test certification, and they were trying to get like a dewy, very moisturized look on my face, and they had to put on pretty much every moisturizer in the store, and my face just kept sucking it in and sucking it in and sucking it in, and they're like, your skin's so dry, you need to take better care of it. So I've been better about it. It's not as dry as it was, but I do still have fairly dry skin. Question 3, what is your current facial wash? I'm switching back and forth between a couple right now. I am still using this natural foaming face wash from Consonant. It's very gentle, very light scented, works really great because I do have kind of sensitive skin. I also have been using the Vichy Normaderm line. So there's like 3 products in the line. You get a lotion, which is not really a lotion, it is like liquid, but that's okay. You get like a cleansing gel, purifying gel, and this one is a scrub, cleanser, and mask all in one. This one I kind of use in the shower. These ones I use next to my sink at night, in the day, whatever. I trust Vichy a lot. When I was having the skincare problems that I was having in high school, that seemed to be the brand that I had the least amount of problems with, so I've been using them for years and years and years and years. Do you exfoliate? Not really up until this point. This says that it has a little bit of an exfoliant in it, but I haven't noticed it too much. I actually just purchased the MAC Volcanic Ash Exfoliator. Also, can we just really quickly talk about how beautiful like that packaging is? Side note, besides the point. So I just got this in the mail like literally 2 days ago. I haven't used it yet, so I'm planning on trying that out, and I will let you guys know how that goes. Question 5 is what brand do you use? Like I said, I haven't tried the MAC one yet, but I'm excited to try it, and I guess if it counts, I use the Vichy one. What moisturizer do you use? Same thing. I do use like a Vichy face like Aqua Thermal moisturizer. I can't even read what it is because I've damaged the label so much. Oftentimes as well, I will just take the Cetaphil, which is like my body moisturizer, and just carry it up to my face as well. And then other times I just find that I use like my primers when I'm putting on my makeup to use as moisturizers. Question 7, do you have freckles? I do have freckles. You probably can't see them on my face because of my makeup, but I get them where the sun hits the most. So they're mostly all over my nose and sort of right in my cheekbone area. I do also, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but I have a lot of freckles like on my shoulders as well. But that's pretty much the only place I have them. A little bit on my shoulders, maybe a little on my chest if I get a lot of sun, but they do seem to kind of come and go depending on my sun exposure. Question 8, do you use eye cream? I used to use an eye cream. The one that I used to use is the MAC Fast Response eye cream. Now, as a side note, this is also really good if you get like a breakout like I've got right now that has a lot of redness in it. If you put this on kind of before your makeup, it will take down some of the redness in that area. Again, like I said, maybe I should start using eye creams a little bit more often to be proactive about the aging process, but I just kind of am taking advantage of the fact that I look about 6 years younger than I actually am anyways. So, like I said, I should be thinking about the future, and I'm just not yet. Question 9, do you or did you have acne-prone skin? Like I said, I got away without a lot of problems when I was in high school, so no, I never had acne. The most I ever had is pretty much what you're seeing now. I get breakout on my chin. I used to get a lot of breakout on my forehead when I used to play hockey because my hockey helmet was on all the time. Other than that, I've pretty much had not many problems with my skin. I've been very, very fortunate in that respect. And then question 10 says, did you ever have to use Pro-activ? No, I didn't. I tended to get away with like, you know, drugstore face washes and cleansers and stuff like that to maintain my skin, and I didn't seem to have too many of a problems. So yay for that. I'm really, really happy. I think I took advantage of it then. Like, I didn't consider it that much of a blessing when I was in high school and when I was a teenager growing up. But now looking back, like, I know how lucky I was that I never had to struggle with acne. Because my brother actually did, and I don't think he ever used Pro-activ, but he had to use some like other really, really harsh stuff on his face. So I'm glad that I got to avoid that. So the other 30 questions are all about makeup, so we'll get into that now. The first one is, what foundation do you use? To be honest with you guys, I don't really use foundation in my everyday makeup routine. Every once in a while when I do need more coverage, I will, and when I do, I tend to reach for my MAC Studio Water Weight just because it isn't so full coverage, and because it is water weight, it's a lot like, I'll try and sort of show you guys. It is a lot thinner of a consistency, so for me it doesn't feel so heavy on my face. I do really, really like the idea of going as sheer with my makeup as absolutely possible, just as a personal preference. But in terms of like a close to foundation, I do use a lot of tinted BB creams. The one I'm using right now is from MAC. It is, I think it's a newer item of theirs. I was using the Unique BB Flawless, and then for a little while I was using the Smashbox Camera Ready that came in one of my Ipsy bags. So those are kind of what I use instead of a foundation, just because I like I said, I've been very, very fortunate. My skin is pretty clear. I like my natural skin to shine through my makeup. How about concealer? Again, I do use concealer mostly under my eyes and just spot concealing. So I use MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is like my tried and true holy grail concealer. This one's my favorite one. And when I don't feel like that's doing enough for me, I do use the Unique Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. Now this one has more of like a whipped texture than the Pro Longwear, so it is a little bit thicker. It does have a little bit more coverage, but it is a bit more difficult to blend out and to work with. Question 13, do you know your undertone color? I would like to say that I do. In MAC products, I do wear an NW20 and like their concealer and stuff like that, so that would suggest I do have a warmer undertone. Now in terms of like a pink or a yellow undertone, I have been able to get away with both depending on if I'm tanning or if I'm, you know, naturally skin colored, like if I'm not tanning and I'm fair, whatever you want to call it. I can get away with products that lean towards both the pink and the yellow, but I tend more towards the pink side. But that's just me. I'm probably wrong. but that's what I've been going with, and so far it's been able to work for me. Now, I have not tried a lot of other brands in terms of concealers and foundations, so maybe that would change for them. I know that depending on what brand you're talking about, your undertone can change slightly. Question 14. What do you think of false lashes? I do really, really like them, and I do tend to wear them on special occasions. So for like weddings, I wear them. If I'm going out and have a lot more time to fuss with them, I will wear them, because my biggest problem is I have a really, really, really difficult time. Like, I have no problems touching my eyes. That's not the problem. But I seem to always be able to put one on and then the other one gives me trouble, or like the inner corner lifts and I can't get it to stick back down, and then I say screw it and I take both of them off and then they just sit and they get ruined and whatever. So I do really like them, but I don't wear them very often just because I hate fussing with them. And when I do tend to wear them, I do like a more natural one. Just for my features, I have a lot like, I want to say like fairer features. So in my opinion, when I wear like the super big dramatic ones, it's just too much for me. I like the natural ones, but if you're one of those girls that can pull off like some serious, like great false lashes, I am so jealous of you, and all the more power to you. I wish I could. Question 15. Did you know that you're supposed to change your mascara every 3 months? I do know that you're supposed to change your mascara every 3 months, and I'm not one of those people that sort of has like 5 or 6 tubes of mascara open at a time. I tend to open one, stick with it, use it all the way up, and then switch to another one. So in that kind of a sense, I normally am out of mascara before the 3-month point. Like, I normally use one up prior to that, so I've never really had to deal with that. I can recall having like a MAC lash primer, which is like the white mascara to go on before you put on black or brown mascara, whatever it may be. That started to smell a little bit off, so I got rid of that because I didn't want to fuss with it, especially with the eyes, because eyes are so sensitive. You don't want to deal with any kind of an eye infection. But yes, I am aware of that. And if I ever make it to the 3-month point with a mascara, I will make sure to throw it out, but I haven't had to as of yet. Question 16, what brand of mascara do you use? So normally I do wear MAC brand mascaras. I've got a whole drawer of like every single kind of mascara that they ever put out, I swear, just because when I tend to buy like look in the box kits, which come with, you know, a blush and a couple eyeshadows and a lip gloss, and then they will also come with a mascara, I just sort of throw the mascara in there to be used at a later date, so I don't purchase it very often. But even before I was doing that, MAC was just always what was readily available to me because I only used MAC makeup for so long. So every time I was in there, if I knew I needed mascara, I would just pick one up. So the current one that I'm using from MAC is their Upward Lash. And it's got a tinier, there's like a hair on the brush, which is kind of gross, but whatever. There's like a tinier brush, and it is a rubberized brush. So I like this for my lower lashes. And then also when I was using it on my upper lashes, it was great because that rubber really grabs and lifts your lashes, unlike some other brushes. But the one that I have been using most often lately is this Essence Lash Princess one, which Jessica Braun was talking about on her channel. I will show you guys the wand. It is this big wand. I really, really, really like this. It gives me just enough volume with my lashes that it's not too much, but not too little, because I do have blonde lashes. So when I don't have mascara on, they kind of get lost in the rest of my face. So really, really liking that. If you haven't tried it out, it is a great drugstore option. Question 17, Sephora or MAC? If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you will know that I am a diehard MAC girl. I only wore MAC for like the first, I don't know. I started buying makeup when I was probably like 13 or 14, and the first makeup I ever bought was MAC makeup. So from then till probably about 2 or 3 months ago, I only and exclusively wore MAC makeup. I would look at other stuff and say, that's really nice, but I would never actually purchase it. So as of recently, I've switched over and started using other stuff, but I still find myself constantly drawn back to MAC and their products. I just put in another order literally today on their website that I'm going to be getting soon. I do try and put up hauls for you guys whenever I shop there, but I shop there so often that a lot of times I don't even bother, and you guys will see it eventually. But MAC over Sephora for sure. The other reason being that I have a fairly close relationship with most of the girls that work at my MAC counter. They're really great to me. They all know me. They know what I like. They know what I don't like. You know, they're super helpful. And every time I've ever gone into a Sephora, they kind of, you know, look at me off and like judge me and this and that, and they don't seem to really be that concerned with helping me find products and stuff like that. So every time I'm in there, I just feel unwelcome and I don't want to spend any length of time in the store. And because there's so many brands in that store, you need to spend a significant amount of time actually checking around. I know that I've seen YouTube videos where other people have the exact opposite experience, where they say like MAC is really, really bad to them, like the girls there are snobs and stuff, but at my MAC, I've never had a problem with that. Question 18, what makeup tools do you use in makeup application? So I would say 85% of the time I'm using my makeup brushes, so whether that be eye brushes or face brushes. I just got a makeup sponge. It's not a beauty blender, which I am actually looking into purchasing a beauty blender, like a real one, just to try it out. It is a drugstore one. It's a Quo sponge that I hauled in my drugstore haul, or I showed in my drugstore haul. So I've been using that for my concealer and, you know, setting my under eyes and that. And then other than that, just my fingers, you know, to dot in liquid highlighter, blend out color on my eyes if it's not going well. Definitely to put on my BB cream and that. Just my fingers. Question 19, do you use makeup base or primer for the eyes? Yes, I do. I always, whether I have eyeshadow on or not, use one of my makeup MAC Pro Longwear paint pods. The two that I use the most are in Soft Ochre and Painterly. These have the most natural finish, whether you have a yellow or a pink undertone, in my opinion. But I also do have a couple other ones in just different colors, just depending on the look that I'm going for. They hold your shadows so much longer. They really amplify the color you're going for. I was trying their 24-hour Extend Eye Base for a little while, and this stuff is good, but it is so thick that unless you're willing to really be careful and put on just a small amount and really work it into your eye, it just clumps up funny and it's not very good. For the face, in terms of primers, right now I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime in the Blur and Smooth. Prior to that, I was using MAC Prep and Prime. This one is their Skin Base and this one is their Natural Radiance. I still am using these. I'm trying to use them up so I can get new things, but that's pretty much what I use for face primer. Question 21, what is your favorite eyeshadow? In terms of an eyeshadow brand, I have to say MAC, just because I have the most experience with their shadows and I have the most of their shadows. Like, these are just 3 of the big palettes of theirs that I have. I've got a bunch of the ×9 palettes, some quads, a whole bunch of singles. They're just the ones that I'm the most familiar with, that I'm the most used to blending out with and this and that. I did recently get a bunch from ColourPop, and I also love those. They're so buttery and creamy. They're amazing, but I don't have a wide array of color options like I do with the MAC with the ColourPop. So even if I'm doing a lot of a look with ColourPop, I still find myself having to constantly reach back into my MAC stash just so I can complete a look. Do you use pencil or liquid eyeliner? I use like felt tip liquid liner, I guess is what you want to call it. And I also use the MAC, what are these called? Fluid line, and the one I use the most is in Black Track, but I've got a couple of these in different colors. I think I have one in a brown that's called like Deliciously Rich, and I've got a bright blue one as well that I like to use. I do have some pencil liners, more in colored liners, that I will use, you know, for a pop of color in the waterline, or St. Patrick's Day I did a look with all greens, and I have a green liner from them that I use. So I will use pencil liners, but day to day I use felt tip and like gel liners. 23, how often do you poke your eyes with an eyeliner pencil? Not as often anymore, especially with these ones. I find that I have a lot of control with them, but when I do reach back to the pencils, especially when I'm doing like my lower waterline or something like that, I will poke myself in the eye. Like I said, my eyes aren't super sensitive. I don't wear contacts, but I don't have a problem like touching my eyes or anything like that, so it hurts, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Question 24, what do you think of pigment eyeshadows? I really, really, really like them. If I'm looking for like a really big pop of color, I do find that they, as the name would suggest, are a lot more pigmented, but they do take a little more fuss and work to try and blend them out and get them to apply on your eyes smoothly and not like in big, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Smoothly and sheerly, I guess, like to work them out, because I find that sometimes when you use them, if you're not careful, you can get too much color. Question 25, do you use mineral makeup? To be 100% honest, the first time I read this question, I didn't even know what mineral makeup was, and then upon further inspection, I realized I use like almost all mineral makeup. Like my MAC mineralized blushes count as mineral makeup. My mineralized skin finishes count as mineral makeup. So based on my experience with MAC mineral makeup, I love it. It is amazing. I love the different sheerness that you can get with the blushes and the sparkle that comes with my skin finishes. They're amazing. I have not tried other brands' mineral makeup, but if it's anything like that, I'm sure I would love it too. Question 26, what is your favorite lipstick? In terms of like a formula of lipstick, I do like liquid to matte lipsticks the best. These are just a couple that I have. I pulled a bunch from different brands. They just all happen to be in the same color family. But in terms of like normal stick form of lipstick, I do really like NYX butter lipsticks, but the ones that I know the most are my MAC lipsticks. I have so many of them. I've been collecting them for so long, and I have plans this week to film a swatch video of all my lipsticks for you guys. It's going to be long. It's going to be insane. Keep your eyes out for that. It should be coming soon. Number 27, how about lip gloss? If you have any familiarity with me and my channel, you know I'm not a big lip gloss wearer because I do have long hair and I don't like when my hair sticks to my lip gloss and goes on my face. But if I were to reach for any of the lip glosses that I have, it would be the MAC Vamplifies. They just have, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a thicker consistency. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it's like a thicker consistency, more pigmentation. They're not quite as sticky as like some other glosses are. And I know the point of a gloss is for like a sheer look. And sometimes I do really want to go for that. But that's something I do more in the summertime when the wind is less prevalent. And also when I put my hair up, because then there's less of a chance that I'm going to screw up my makeup by my hair getting in my lip gloss. Question 28, what is your favorite blush to use? I really like blushes that have a little bit of a shimmer to them. For that reason, I do really like my MAC mineralized blushes. I'm also obsessed with my Urban Decay Afterglow blush. Can you guys see that bit of sparkle in there? This was one of the items that Nicole actually gave me in our swap, and I am obsessed with it. Like, I want to go get like every single color they have because of how much I love this. It's amazing. Question 29, do you buy your makeup online? If so, where? Yes, I do buy my makeup online quite frequently. I put in a lot of orders to MAC Cosmetics online, reason being because I am a select member online. I get online exclusives that I can't get in the stores. I also put in orders to Dose of Colors, to Tarte, to ColourPop online. I just placed an order with Wet n Wild. I'm actually waiting on that to come in, hopefully soon. So yeah, I do a lot. Question 30, do you like drugstore makeup? Like I said, I only wore MAC for a really, really long time, but in my brief experience with drugstore makeup, I am really, really liking the things I've tried. I think there's one or two things that I kind of wish I could do without and that I would still reach for my MAC ones over, but for the most part, there are some really, really great drugstore options. I just think it's kind of up to me now to go out and discover them for myself. So we're on to the last 10 questions, I think. Yes. Question 31, did you ever consider taking makeup classes? Honestly, no, I never did. As a kid, I wasn't really into makeup. I didn't really wear makeup in high school. I didn't start until I went to university. Even now, I know how to do my own makeup, and that's pretty much about it. I have friends all the time that want me to do their makeup for them, and I constantly just find myself really struggling with it. It was never really something I thought about doing. It's a hobby, it's a passion, it's something that I can escape to. And for that reason, I don't really want to make a serious go at it. But I feel like if the opportunity was made available to me, I would probably, explore it just to see what it was all about. Question 32, are you clumsy in putting on makeup? Yeah, I am all the time. I'm really, really bad about doing my makeup like in the wrong lighting in my house without natural lighting, and then overdoing it and looking in natural lighting and be like, oh my god, you've got too much bronzer on, or oh my goodness, your blush is so insane. I'm also really, really bad about doing the like, put your mascara on and then it goes up here and then like rubbing it to get it off, which you shouldn't do. You should actually wait till it dries, then it'll flake off really nicely. But I will do the like rub it off and then I've got like black smeared all over my face. So super clumsy in life and in makeup. Number 33, name a makeup crime that you hate. So there's two that immediately come to mind. One is actually the same one that Nicole said in her tag that she hated, and that is like the crazy, crazy blush. I do like blush, but I like it to look like I'm blushing, not that I seriously tried to put a red streak up my face. So for that, I don't like that, at least not on myself. If there's a reason or you're going for that kind of look, there's always a place and a purpose for everything. It's just not with me. And the other makeup crime that I hate is like that cake face look. Makeup is meant to accentuate and to enhance your own features and your natural beauty. And as much as we all use concealer and stuff to cover, you know, flaws and blemishes, there's a point at which it goes too far. When I can see the layers of the makeup on your face more than I can see your own natural skin, I think that's going too far with makeup, and I personally don't like that. Oh, nope. Yep, 34. Do you like colorful shades of makeup or neutral ones? I'd say it depends on my mood. I do have a lot of different color options, lots of purples, greens, and that kind of stuff, at least for my eyes. Lips, I'm the same way. I don't do purples really, but other than that, I'm almost game for any color on my lips. Like, no, like, craziness. Like, I don't wear blues and greens and that, but, like, of the natural, I don't want to say natural range, of the normal range of lipstick colors, I guess. So, like, pinks, oranges, corals, reds, burgundies, browns. Like, I'm all good for that. Purple's the only thing that I really haven't delved into too far, but I've got a couple. But yeah, for eye makeup, I will wear literally any color depending on the day, depending on what I'm going for. But normally just natural, neutral colors. Half the time I don't even, you can see now, I have no eyeshadow on, I have no eyeliner on. I just have mascara on because I was feeling lazy today, so there you go. Question 35. Which celebrity always has great makeup? Without even hesitating, Blake Lively always has amazing makeup. She is like that classic Hollywood starlet, whether she's doing like a smoky eye and a neutral lip or a neutral eye and a bold red lip. She always looks classy. She always looks flawless. She never looks like she's trying too hard. It's just so natural with her. And obviously it's working for her because she's married to Ryan Reynolds. So tell me your secrets. I would like to know them. Question 36. If you had to leave the house and you only had time to put on one product, what would you use? Again, without hesitating, I would say my MAC strobe cream. If you've never tried this, it is, I know a lot of companies have other versions of this, but I'm obsessed with this. This is my last of my original one. I have a peach one on standby in my makeup collection. I also just got the Silver Lights one. I love this. If you've never seen it before, it looks like just like a white cream, but when you put it on, it kind of has this like luminescence and this radiance that just catches the light, and it just makes your skin look glowy and alive, and it just, oh, no matter what, I will always put this on whether I'm wearing makeup or not and rock this out of the house. This is my number one what I need product. That brings me to question 37. Could you ever leave the house without any makeup on? Yeah, I could. I do it all the time. I do tend to always wear makeup at work unless I've had like a really, really rough night before, or like I'm really not feeling well and literally cannot bring myself to put makeup on. I will always wear it at work. If I'm going out with friends at night, I will. But a lot of times if I'm just going out to hang out at someone's house, or maybe I'm going out to dinner, running errands, I don't bother with makeup. I don't feel like I really need to have it on all the time. It is something I like to do, but like I said, I'm kind of lazy, so no, I don't wear it all the time. I'm totally good going out without it. In fact, I have a video on my channel of me unboxing my Loot Crate with my brother where I had zero makeup on and I was okay with it. Question 38. Do you think you look good even without any makeup on? For me, this is kind of a loaded question. Like, I know a lot of people have said that I have this like positive, happy-go-lucky attitude. Everyone likes my personality, this and that. And I know it's very important to put positivity out in the world, and that all starts with yourself. But I am my own biggest critic, as I think so many of us are. And honestly, I don't even really think I'm that good looking with makeup on, to be 100% honest. And I've heard otherwise. Today at work, in fact, one of the regular customers that always comes in said, "Ooh, I really like your hair." And I said, "Why? why? What's wrong with it? What's the catch? And my boyfriend will say, you know, hun, you look beautiful today. You know, your makeup looks great. And I'm like, what do you want? Why are you lying? This and that. I have a really hard time accepting compliments. A lot of it stems from, you know, bullying and things that used to happen to me when I was in high school, and even more recently that used to happen, where I just have it in my head that I am nothing special and I'm not, you know, that good looking or whatever. And, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that I am beautiful in who I am, and that, you know, I'm pretty, but it's still really, really hard for me to see it in myself. So yes, no, I don't know. I'm pretty hard on myself in that kind of respect, and I think I always will be a little bit, and I know that that's bad, but I just can't help it. Question 39, in your opinion, what is the best makeup line? You guys know my answer. It's gotta be MAC, only because I have the most familiarity with it. I love ColourPop as well. I'm really looking forward to trying out Wet n Wild. The little bit of experience I have with Urban Decay, with Tarte, I really like them. But full range, knowing all of their products from lips to eyes to skincare, I have to say MAC just because it's the one I have the most experience with. But please don't let that stop you from like recommending other products from me. I hope I'm not causing any offense by anything I've said in this video, especially by this. I know other brands are great. MAC's just the one that I know the best. And question 40 is, what do you think of makeup? I love makeup. Makeup is the whole reason that I started this YouTube channel, really. I love to play with makeup. I love watching videos of other YouTubers, you know, hauling makeup, doing tutorials, showing what they like about makeup, what they don't like. If you look at my friendship with Nicole, the whole thing really started over our mutual love of makeup. We did that swap with each other, sent each other our favorite stuff. I think it's something that can bring people together, as any passion and hobby can. And for me, it is an escape. It is something that I can do on my own, that I can play with, that I can enjoy, that I can unleash my creativity with. I think it's a great outlet for that. And, you know, if you're not a makeup person, that's fine. Some people are creative with art. Some people, oh gosh, sorry, I'm knocking things over, are creative, you know, with cars. Like some people build cars and that kind of stuff. Some people play video games like my brother. Find your outlet, find your passion in life, and don't ever let anybody tear you down or tell you that it's useless, because if it brings you joy, like makeup does to me, I'm always getting told I have too much makeup. No one needs that much makeup, but the joy that it brings me is priceless, and hopefully it is to you guys as well. So thank you so much for watching this. Megan, hopefully you follow up and do this tag for yourself, and I will send everybody to your channel to check it out. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.